Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. That is 5 years and a bunch of months since we began sharing this community, learning together, finding each other, saying good morning to each other. No small things in a world that 5 and a bunch years ago was so isolated, and we have found each other over and over and over. What a gift it is to know that Debbie in Colorado and Tara and Arlene and Emily, it's so good to see all of you that we can find each other. Anya and Barbara, Jack, Boker Tov. It's broadcast 1,321. What a remarkable number just to say out loud. Today is also day 614 since October 7th. Neil, it's good to see you. Kate and Jennifer, Boker Tov. Debbie, Sharon, Boker Tov. Really good to see you. Deborah, my friend, sending love to you in San Francisco. Your cousin Gary was discharged from the Stanford Hospital after 10 days, sending him healing from pneumonia. Deborah and Jonathan, Cecile and Arlene, Cheryl, Barbara, and Jerry, good morning. I love that. For friends, if you don't know, Arlene and Jerry have been saying good morning on our broadcast to each other as brother and sister for 1,000 days. What a beautiful thing to know that we can also be a place for families coming together. Bensi, it's good to see you. Dale, sending love to you in Portugal. Thanks for bringing us to Portugal. Might be our first time there. Marcia and Stanley, Ashley, Jeff, good morning, Jeffrey. Corinne and Joy, sending love to Minneapolis. Carl, hi. Emily, thanks so much. Heather and Penny, Judy, good to see all of you. Let's take a breath. We're going to sing a bracha, a blessing, then we're going to learn some Torah. Here we go. בדברי תורה, לעסוק בדברי תורה, הפוך בה והפוך בה, לעסוק בדברי תורה. Today I Today I Good morning, everyone. It's really beautiful to see all of you. I'm holding on to my guitar because we're going to sing again in a moment, but let's get there. Parshat Beha'alotecha, where we are right now, is an extraordinary Torah portion. It includes some of the most mysterious sections of the Torah. If you look at chapter 12 of the book of Numbers, which is the end of this week's Parsha, there is a story that is one of the rebellions in the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers, Bamidbar, is really defined by 7 rebellions, some within the family, some to jockey for position. We'll get to Korach, who stages an attempted coup. There are rebellions from without, there are attacks from without. This is a very intimate one. This is actually, in so many ways, why the preciousness, Jerry and Arlene, of the two of you as siblings who clearly show up together in countless ways, Texas and New York, but always on this morning broadcast, there's warmth in the way that you say good morning to each other every day. And I don't always remark on it, but it is beautiful. And it stands in sharp contrast to chapter 12 of the book of Numbers, where we are today. There's a moment where Aaron and Miriam, Moses' older siblings, are jealous of him, or something's bothering them. It's actually not quite clear. They begin complaining that he's taken a wife, and we don't really know which wife they're talking about. It's a very confusing text. Trust me, look at it, the beginning of chapter 12, and maybe you'll understand it better than I do. But the power of it, the real power of it, is that there's something that they're discontent about, and then they say, "What makes you so special to God?" I just want you to let that in. They wonder what makes Moses so special. Doesn't God speak to all of us? And in fact, that's picked up later when their cousin Korach makes a similar claim. Korach is being manipulative and pernicious. Aaron and Miriam are doing something else. They're actually jealous. The intimacy with God is what they crave. And think about this. Miriam is a prophet. She has access in a very special way to the divine. And Aaron is the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. It's not that he's without his own access to the divine. So what is it that prompts their jealousy? Well, they call out and they say, "What makes Moses so special?" And God gives them an answer, which tells you that they have a closeness that others don't have. God calls out to them and says, "Aaron and Miriam, come here." And they come forward. And I'll just read you the Hebrew and then the English of God's response. Shimu na dvarai, im yeh neviachem Adonai b'mar'a elav et vada b'chalom adaber bo. Lo chen avdi Moshe b'chol beiti ne'eman hu, pe'el pe adaber bo, umar'eh velo b'chidot utmunat Adonai yabit, umadua lo yeretem ledaber be'avdi v'Moshe. "Hear these my words," says God to Aaron and Miriam. "When prophets of God arise among you, I make myself known to them in a vision. I speak to them in a dream. Not so with my servant Moshe. He is trusted throughout my household. With him I speak mouth to mouth, plainly and not in riddles. And he beholds the vision of God. How then did you not shrink from speaking against my servant Moshe?" It's as if God is responding saying, "Stop bullying my friend, my dear one." And the people who hear this, Aaron and Miriam, who have special access to God, are put in their place. Not only that, when God departs, Miriam is stricken with sara'at, a kind of skin ailment that is mistranslated often as leprosy. So I want to share what happens afterwards, but first, there's a beautiful teaching. It's complicated, esoteric, Kabbalistic even. When God departs in a huff after saying that I speak directly to Moshe. Moshe sees me. And of course, what more could we possibly wish for from our friends but to be seen, to be truly seen? The rabbis pick up on this claim because, after all, we're told we cannot see the vision of God and survive, and that means many things. What they do in this beautiful moment of commentary and interpretation could be helpful to us, especially in moments where it's not clear that we as individuals, we as a community, I'm sure every community feels this sometime or another, where it's not clear that God sees us. Because it hurts. This world can hurt. So the rabbis suggest that when God says, with other people, with other prophets, I reveal myself in dreams, but not with Moshe. Moshe sees me. The rabbis then say that the other prophets see God through, and this is the Aramaic Hebrew, through an aspaklaria sheina meira, a looking glass that is muddy, that is blurry. But Moshe sees me, and the rabbis say something fascinating there, that Moshe sees God through an aspaklaria meira, a clear looking glass. Speculum is actually one of the words for it. But then there's a commentary on the commentary, which suggests that when Moshe was able to see God clearly, he clearly saw that he didn't see anything. By understanding that God is beyond seeing, beyond claiming, beyond jealousy, beyond one person or one group's superior claim, Moshe could truly see the divine. None of us has more of God than anyone else. And if you're someone who doesn't use the word God or doesn't consider yourself a theist, a believer in God, that doesn't mean you have less of a divinity to you. Now, that might not be what the Torah is saying. It might not even be what the rabbis are saying. But there's something important for us to learn in this parsha. Sibling rivalry defines so much of the Torah and so much of human history. And ultimately, that sibling rivalry might be based in the notion that there's only enough resource or prestige or love, or in some cases, water or oil or gold, power, land. It doesn't belong to us anyway. It's bigger than us. These claims are smaller than our relationships should be. And when God rebukes Aaron and Miriam, it's not that they lose their special access. It's that they're reminded that to truly see God, at least in this approach, to truly see God is to know that you don't see a thing. You see something beyond things. You don't see something beyond things. You see beyond things. What a gift it would be if the world could come to that kind of a vision, to understand that there is more to life than what you think you own. And there's more blessing than anyone could possibly contain. Sometimes we take turns standing in front, and sometimes that works out really well. But it's especially important to remember that in the moments where it's not working well, it's not permanent, and no one has a right to claim more power or more authority or more God than anyone else. I said we were going to sing a little bit more. Moses offers a prayer for his sister Miriam when she's struck with tsarat, with that skin ailment. That prayer is a 5-word prayer. El na rifa na la. Please God, heal her now. There's a melody I wrote a long time ago for that. And we don't often do this, but I would invite you to offer a prayer. If you know someone in need of healing, if you are in need of healing, El na rifa na la. Thanks, Joyce, for writing it down. El na rifa na la. 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 Friends, on this day 614 since October 7th, 2023, send that blessing for healing to all those in need, especially our beloveds, their families, our community, our people, every family, every people. Bring them home now. Let's sing together. Kol od balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia od lo avda תקוותנו התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends.